fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We're going to talk some Cavs because the regular season tips off tonight and is fully underway. We're going to talk Buckeyes and Browns, and we're going to talk all that in a minute. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the youngest player to score 10,000 points in the NBA? I'll have the answer later in the broadcast. The Cavs tip off the regular season tonight against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. This will be the first game in the first season without the man who led them to 4 straight NBA Finals appearances, and that is, of course, LeBron James. The big question is, how will the Cavs fare without the King this season? This game tonight should give us Cavs fans a decent idea of what this Cavs team will be like because the Raptors are one of the teams considered to be a contender in the Eastern Conference, along with Boston, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee. If this young Cavs team, led by All-Star Kevin Love, can hang with the Raptors, it will be a positive sign that maybe the Cavs will have a shot at the playoffs this year and won't have to tank. Although this is the first game, we will get a chance to see what this Cavs team can do this season and to see if they can make a statement against the Raptors, who did add a new player to their already formative lineup. The Raptors acquired Kawhi Leonard to the team, along with starting players Kyle Lowry, Jonas Valanciunas, and Sergei Ibaka. So the Cavs, can the Cavs make a true statement, a true mark against this already impressive Raptors team? We'll find out under head coach Ty Lue. We will certainly find out tonight. And J.R. Smith, who has soreness in his right elbow, is doubtful for tonight's game after receiving an MRI on Monday. And here are the probable starters for tonight's Cavs game. Forward C.D. Osman, forward Kevin Love, All-Star. Tristan Thompson, center, guard Rodney Hood, and guard George Hill. For the Raptors, forward Kawhi Leonard, their newly acquired player. OG Amunli, Sergei Ibaka, Danny Green, and center Sergei Ibaka, guard Danny Green, and guard Kyle Lowry. Kevin Love has averaged 19.1 points and 11.0 rebounds in 33.6 minutes, while posting 8 double-doubles in the 2018 semifinals versus the Raptors. Love put 20.5 points, 11.0 rebounds, and 1.1 steal and 1 block in 34.5 minutes per night in 2 matchups against the Toronto Raptors last season. And Rodney Hood averaged 17 points in 32.0 minutes per game against the Toronto Raptors last season. And you can catch all the game action on Fox Sports Ohio and on the radio home of the Cavs, WTAM 1100, which is already fully underway. And the tip-off was at 7:30, but the game is fully underway, so you can just catch all the action there. Well, the number 2 ranked and undefeated 7-0 Ohio State Buckeyes will take on the Purdue Boilermakers at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Dwayne Haskins will be the starting QB. Head coach Urban Meyer says, "This will be a big challenge," Meyer said, "of playing Purdue's offense. I see the stats; they're really good." Meyer said, "The Buckeyes have more of a run-pass option instead of a run-run option with Dwayne Haskins at quarterback instead of J.T. Barrett." But Meyer and the Buckeyes, they said, excuse me for just a minute, and the Buckeyes said, Meyer and the Buckeyes said, Meyer and the Buckeyes, but Meyer and the Buckeyes know they have to what strategy they need to have to win against the Boilermakers on Saturday. And Meyer also said he believes that Nick Bosa is flying back to Philadelphia tomorrow to get reevaluated, and Meyer is hopeful that Bosa will be back this season, though he is not certain right now. Right. You can catch all the action on ABC. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. and it's a Saturday night game. Well, after a nightmare of a game against the LA Chargers in Week 6 last week, the Browns are getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Baker Mayfield will be the starting QB, and he hopes to bounce back from that nightmare game he had last week. The Browns must regroup for the game against the Bucs this week. Head coach Hugh Jackson says he promises his team that his team will find answers to fix the defense. And they will also try to find answers as to why the Browns failed on 4th and 2 while trying to cut into a 14-3 deficit. That's what contributed to the 38-14 blowout against the Chargers last week. The Bucs are 3-point favorites to win this game this week, which means the Browns are 3-point underdogs and this week. But I feel the Browns are going to steal a win on the road and beat the Bucs 28-21. We'll see what happens. The Browns have to dominate this game early and really put the pressure on the Bucs QB, Jameis Winston, and the Bucs offense as well. They have to really keep Winston on the ground and keep him from running in the pocket and keep the offense and defense from sacking Baker Mayfield. And I feel there has to be no turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions, and no penalties whatsoever. If they could dominate this game, if they could dominate the Bucs from the start and never let up and correct and fix the defense and their mistakes, then I say that we are going to win this ball game. You can catch all the action on Fox. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. We'll get back to talking football, sports in just a sec, but it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the youngest player to score 10,000 points in the NBA? If you said LeBron James, you are correct. At 23 years and 59 days, LeBron James became the youngest player to score 10,000 points in the NBA. And I'll have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Now, we'll get back. We're going to talk a little more sports. And right now I want to remind you, don't forget tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football, the Denver Broncos will take on the Arizona Cardinals at University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona. And I feel that a lot of people are saying that Denver's going to lose this one on the road to Arizona. But I feel that Denver has the edge in this game. And I feel they're going to win this. They're going to win this on the road. You can catch all the action on NFL Network and on Fox. Kickoff is at 8:20 p.m. And I'll have a pregame show before the Thursday Night Football game and the postgame show immediately following. Now, getting back to the Cavs tonight, and it's already underway, I feel we are going to have a decent team this year. And I think we will have a shot at the playoffs, but I'm not sure we're going to make it back to the Eastern Conference Final or the NBA Finals. That's still, I really don't know. We're going to have to really wait and see what happens this season. But it's a long way off between now and then, and it's only game one tonight. So that is basically what I feel is going to happen this season. And we're going to really I think the Cavs are really going to have a decent team, and they'll win a good amount of games. And I think they're really, and I think they will be in the playoffs this year. So I really think the Cavs are going to have a decent team this year. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday Night Football pregame show before the Denver Broncos take on the Arizona Cardinals, and for the postgame show immediately after the game is concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.